Hello, hello, and welcome back to Volunteers Chat.
Hello.
Yeah, here with us we have a really special guest, one of the most famous volunteers from our association, ex-volunteer, facilitator, I don't know, writer of the Solidarity projects from Saschiz. It's Lukas from Czech Republic.
Happy to be back.
Also host of Authentic Talk that you can find also on our channel on YouTube. So, welcome back, Lukas. How are you?
I'm good. I'm a bit dehydrated today because I was here back in Sigi, exploring it around because Sigishara has always something to offer you. But I am happy to be here and share with our audience what's in my mind.
Oh, yeah. And also talking about our audience, let's tell them like a little bit of who are you, like tell us about your past, like from where are you coming, like what you did here in Sigi.
Where to start? Yes, I'm Lukas. I use this label for myself. Apart from that, the most important thing is that I'm a kind, empathetic human being, and I of course used this in my project. But where did it start? Maybe I would start how I came here.
Yeah.
Because it's locked directly to who am I. I was studying sociology and cultural anthropology, and I was a bit, with my studies. I was writing my thesis, and then studying a lot. So I was just for myself, and also I was locked in a schooling system for 18 years, I guess. So I thought for myself, I deserve some time for me. And then I found Sigishara opportunity, and I thought, okay, I will come here and explore this opportunity and discover what it offers.
Nice. And what was your project about?
Well, it was called Solidarity pentru Saschiz, as I remember, Solidarity for Saschiz. And it was focused on a little lovely village near Sigishara. And long story short, my project was about writing other projects. So we went to the community, we get in touch with locals, and then we decided about the topics for the projects and then wrote them. And apart from that, we did a lot of other stuff, supporting local community, local initiatives. I don't know, I can name from that, like going to paint local trails for the bikes, for example, or supporting the famous Zakuska festival in the village.
Yeah, also we need to mention that you are also supporting AUM Association with facilitating trainings, team buildings for the ESE volunteers. And also, I forgot to mention that you are also a volunteer actually in Saschiz, Centrul de Voluntariat Saschiz,
Exactly.
which is like the sister association of AUM Association.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And why you decide to be a volunteer in Sigishara? Like, okay, when you were looking for a project, you saw like more projects, and why did you choose Sigishara?
First thing that come into my mind is quite cheesy maybe, but I googled Sigishara, I seen the pictures, and it's really beautiful city. So yes, this is the first reason. But apart from that, I must say it was a process for me selecting a correct project for myself. It took like 14 days maybe.
Ooh.
Yes, I did a proper investigation on the website, and I really like the description of the activities. I like the fact that it's about writing projects, and I did it before and I wanted to develop this. And in general, I liked the general description of project, how it will be done, that there will be also maybe something about non-formal education and supporting a community. So these were all the factors that contributed to the fact that I'm here.
It's so nice to see like the difference of the process, you know, and before coming here from a volunteer to another, because some of the volunteers were like, you know, like I just entered on the platform and I saw like the first project and I was like, I applied and it was like the destiny, you know. But you were like definitely the opposite. Like you did a lot of research and like you search about the project and like the place and like that's really interesting. And tell us about something that you change in yourself during this project. Like, of course, I also met you like during the project and I noticed like a lot of things that you changed, but maybe like the main thing that changed.
There is a lot of little things, and the biggest thing is you know you cannot transfer the experience. So the thing that changed a lot was myself, and I don't know what I would pick. Maybe it's a bit like something about confidence, and it's something about being more open to the people, more, you know, developing my skills. What is already there was there, like sleeping my potential. And for example, with this facilitating stuff, I always thought about myself that you know, I am not for these leading positions. I am not the person who would be able to tell people what to do to inspire them. But here it came so naturally from me. It was like a fountain. And for sure it was about the environment that helped a lot. You know, it was already there, but thanks to Ada and Flori, thanks to other volunteers, thanks to support that we received, maybe it was not about a change, it was about grasping something in myself and developing it more and offering it to the others.
Yeah, I really like how you said that, like, you know, that it was there, but I think changing the environment sometimes it let you the space to become something else, you know, like to choose what you wanna take from inside, you know, to take outside. And actually, like with the facilitating, I really wanna mention that you did a really, really good job.
Thank
like
you.
I told you already that like I attend also like in other like events organized by like the national agency, so I met like a lot of facilitators, but you were like my first one. And I compared you, obviously, you know, when you're like having a different experience, you just think about the experience that you had already, and you compare the experiences, and like you are still one of the best facilitators that I had. Like it was really, really nice. Yeah, I really liked a lot how you were like combining like the serious stuff, but also like with some funny things, you know, and you were like always grabbing my attention, you know, and talking also about inspiring people, that you're never thinking that you are gonna be that person. I can tell you for sure, like discussing also with other volunteers, that you did that during our project. So you did a really good job.
Yes, and talking about inspiration, yes, it's really here in the AUM Association. Because when I came, I also was inspired by others. There were other facilitators, and I took a lot from them. And I was happy. It's like a chain, you know? It goes from one to the other. So definitely facilitating and being this kind of trainer for others, that was one of the biggest parts of my experience. I'm really glad for that. And I take this compliment because partially it is personal. You know, it's about myself, and I know I did a great job. On the other hand, it was a lot about people, because they were also open to receive my style of facilitation. I choose to be playful, I choose to be a bit ridiculous, and as you said, to play a bit with serious stuff. But also, if I may be specific, my goal was to open people, to let them shine, to let them, you know, to break this facade that we have in daily life. And let them have the connection to others. That was really, really rewarding, seeing other people, sitting in the circle and starting to have the passion for sharing, and so the main thing that I taking from this experience of being facilitator is how great it is to open the space for others and just offer them this opportunity.
Yeah, I was thinking now, like what was different with what you did from other experience with other facilitators. And yeah, that's the thing, like usually facilitators are like just delivering some informations,
Mm-hmm.
but here I felt like not only here, there were also like one or two other examples that it happened the same. You're like not sending only some information to us, but you're like also sending some energy, like I was feeling that I want to be involved in this
Mm-hmm.
more than like just sitting and listening and like, okay, just learning, I was feeling like, I don't know, I'm growing, like I'm participating and I'm like one-to-one like involved in that activity. So that was the difference, I think, the main difference.
Mm-hmm. And maybe I would also mention for our audience, well, like maybe they don't have any idea who is a trainer, who is facilitator, or why in AUM they have this, because a lot of people may come at the beginning and they don't understand why they don't directly go and do the activities. And I want to underline this, how important it is to have someone who is opening the space to you, opening the door, and who is asking the questions, and who is preparing you for cooperation with others, who is like facilitating the group dynamic. So yes, the trainer, the facilitator is here for you to offer you a support, to open a door for you, and to, I don't know, to put the spices here and there for you, and to, as you said, to put the energy to the group. Yeah.
Yeah. Oy. Okay, let's move on then and think about the biggest challenge that you had like during your staying here.
The biggest challenge. I don't know, it could be something big, but I remember a specific situation. It was to, like, it's also connect to my personality, because, I try to be always nice. I try to be, it's so natural for me to be kind to people when I need to express my need and be a bit maybe, crossing some lines and, expressing myself. I struggle a bit. So when I needed to tell my roommates that I don't like something, what they are doing, and set the lines, set the borders, that was challenging at the beginning, definitely.
Yeah, the need to please the others also.
Yes, yeah, you nailed it. I'm people pleaser, and that was challenging to show other people where is my limit and that I may not like some things.
I think with that thing, I was feeling it also like, with some activities in the association, and like to try to please all the volunteers,
Mm-hmm.
and at some point I was feeling like, oh, okay, like the group was enjoying the activity, but there was like one or two persons who were like, I don't think this activity is very interesting, and I was like, oh no, they don't like the activity, and I was like, how I can change this for them also to enjoy it, but in the end, it's like you cannot please everyone, and you need also to be like, I don't know, to accept that you did the best kind of what are you doing. So yeah.
And also another thing came to my mind, connected to being a part of community of, I don't know, 18, 15, 20 volunteers. That was challenging for me mainly at the beginning. I am kind of introverted person. I need my time. I need my space. So I was totally overwhelmed. I kind of missed the fact that there will be 18 other people around me during the project. So I definitely needed a time to adapt to the fact that all the time there is someone around asking me, how are you, Lukas? Are you doing good? Inviting me to party, inviting me to hike. So this was challenging definitely at the beginning to open up myself in this way from my introverted little shelf and
to accept the group dynamic and everything.
Yes.
Okay. And if you're thinking now about a wow moment of your project, what is the first thing that came in your mind?
It's the first day when I arrived from Bucharest to Sighișoara. It was all the little sensations, visual, smell, all the things. It's a complex wow moment. I seen the municipality building. It was during the night. I was so exhausted, and then other volunteers introduced me the accommodation, and I just felt like I'm here. It's happening. Whatever it is, whatever will come, I accept it, and it will be awesome. I felt, I don't know, it was already here, you know, the spirit of the place, of other people of the community. So at the beginning, yes, it was there, the wow moment. And then I had a lot of little wow moments with other volunteers to whom I opened up, and we became close friends. And I shared with them a lot. I became vulnerable. And this experience was really wow. It was really, really, I don't know how to say, relaxing, relieving, and evaluating, or how to say it. Yeah, I felt I'm hurt. So this was really nice moments.
Nice. I mean, I think this is also like a place where you should let yourself vulnerable, you know, because it's like a safe place, you know, so you have the opportunity to be vulnerable. And like being vulnerable, actually, it's sometimes in the beginning is not feeling very comfortable, because it's obvious it will not be very comfortable, but that is like letting you space to grow a lot and to learn a lot of things, like definitely. So I really like that you mentioned that, you know, because a lot of people are afraid to do that, you know, and that's why they're like, I don't know, putting some limits. But if you are letting yourself vulnerable in the project, is like the best thing that you can do, actually. Okay, and what are the advantages of living in a multicultural environment?
Multicultural environment. Let's say, I don't know how to approach this topic, because it's, you know, I studied cultural anthropology. That's and I also wrote my thesis about the interaction of cultural identities in this kind of environments, where are young people sharing stuff about their culture and this thing. And it always boiled down to the personal level. So you have advantage of discovering a lot of new perspectives. It can be regarding the fact that people are coming from different cultures, or, you know, we are personalities, and all of us is a different culture for itself. So this is the biggest advantage. It can open yourself to the new perspectives, to hear the new people's perspectives.
Yeah. And actually, I just realized that you were like the only Czech person from
really?
Our project. Yeah. So for you, it was like a completely new environment with different cultures and everything. And
also talking for me personally, talking in English, it's something specific. Like in daily life, I really appreciated this thingy, because I don't know, I had the feeling that speaking in Czech, I have attached a lot of meanings to the words, and I have my way how I express. But here in English enabled me to be more open, to be more spontaneous, not to think that much, you know, about what I am saying, and just expressing it.
That's an advantage, but sometimes I'm feeling that I want to express more, and I cannot because of English, you know, because sometimes I'm feeling like a barrier, you know, and that I cannot explain myself as I want to, like to a person. So it's like advantages and disadvantages somehow. Yeah. Okay. Do you have any advice for a future volunteer, maybe?
Like we already mentioned it about being vulnerable.
Okay.
Using this opportunity as not, put a plaster on your time and like say, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. Use this experience as much as you can. And at the big, also practical advice, maybe do a little bit of research when you are searching for the project. Go on the Facebook of the association, find some other volunteers. Like I did this and it helped a lot for my decision making, that I sent a message to the former ex-volunteer from...
You did that also?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And I asked the questions and it gave me like a big picture of what I can expect. So yes, this is like practical advice that can help.
So to be... I don't know, to calculate a little bit your steps before you are jumping in the ride.
Yes, if you are this kind of person, of course there can be people who like to jump directly, and don't care. I heard a lot of stories, about people who said, I don't know, I know nothing about Romania. Yes, let's go there. Let's sink into this experience.
I don't want to know anything.
Yes,
I want to experience it.
Yes, it's like not seeing a trailer of a movie and going there just to the cinema. Yeah.
But maybe it's like also related, with the types of learning. Like some people are like just reading it, like some people are just living it, and they are learning while living it. Yeah, nice. Would you recommend the ESC program?
Oh, yeah, of course, I would. And maybe I would be a bit more broad, like not only ESC. Of course, it's the main thing that people can do, and it's really good regarding the structure of the program, how is it founded, like what is covered for you. It's like a 5-star service for young people, everything is covered, everything is provided. But speaking more broadly, take a gap year. Yeah. People don't do it. It's still not accented that much to take time for yourself after being in this machine of schooling all the time. And it can help you a lot to figure out like what do you want to do in the future. And you don't have to go for 2 months or half year strictly directly like this. I would recommend, for example, work camps. It's short-term volunteering projects for 2 weeks. It's like a little starter. And let's say that European Solidarity Corps, it's main dish you can have. So if you have zero experience, you can start slowly, and then you can go for my main dish. Or if you are brave enough, start directly with the ESC. There are also other projects like woofing, for example. It's volunteering in the farms around the world.
Okay.
Or a work away experience. That's also nice, free volunteering, traveling stuff you can do. It can be short, it can be long, but in general, yes, I recommend this as a time for young people to experience themselves.
Nice, thank you for the tips. Actually, I also didn't know about the things that you mentioned. Nice. And like as you said, like taking a gap year is not very popular, like at least in Romania, like it's like a strict routine, like it's high school, university, working, and that's it, But I heard that in some countries it's starting to begin like more and more popular to have that gap year, even between high school and university, even after university. But I also think it's a really, really nice thing, like to take some time to figure out what you want to do actually in your life, because I think you don't have the time, because like you're always doing something and you're like stressed with something. I don't know, like in high school, like to have good grades, like after that with the exams, like to enter in a good university, after that in the university with the exams, and like to maybe have like good grades to pay less of the fees and everything, and after that, oh my god, I want to work, I want money, and like you're not taking time for yourself at all. to figure out like what you actually want to do. And yeah, I also think it's a really, really good idea, the gap year. So everybody should try that.
Definitely.
Also, what does Asociația AUM means for you?
I don't know. It can mean a lot of things. It means beautiful experience, year in my life. It means a lot of nice memories. It left a trace in myself. It's all a lot. It's all the values you have as an association: love, respect, hope, all this stuff. It's a big question, and honestly I feel right now a little bit like it's a strange experience when you ask me this, and I really don't know how to put my experience with AUM to the words.
The thing is that I know that, out of the others volunteers that they went here and they were volunteering in AUM, you could see that some of them are like putting more, I don't know, effort or like emotions and energy in the project as the others. And I know that you are always putting 100% of yourself, So I know that it means a lot, and that you had like a special connection with the association. And actually for me, when I came here, you being already a volunteer, you're also like, part of this AUM way, that you are sharing, so you're also putting a part of yourself in that, because I think in the end the association is just a name, but the volunteers and like the people who are in the association are like describing what's happening here in the end.
Exactly. It's about, like, after all, it's nice, all this stuff around with the values, with the, I don't know, whatever description of the association you can have. After all, it's people for me when you mentioned it. And I realized it actually quite strongly now when I came back after, I don't know, almost a year. The first thing that I miss are people who were here with me. And it took me a time to also see the stuff that it's still here without them. It's still here in association, because I could see it when I met new volunteers being here, that it's among them, still the spirit of the association. But talking from personal perspective, it was mostly about the people who I met. Yeah.
I mean, also like being here for like more projects, I could see that it's the same association, but like the vibe is different in any project, so it's like somehow like different also. Like we cannot talk about the same AUM like last year with a group of volunteers and now this year with the other one. I mean, there is like a foundation that is the same, like with the values and everything, but also like the little difference, like the people that are like making everything different is like the main thing in the end. Yeah, thank you very much, Lukas, for this talk. It was a really, really big pleasure to have all these beautiful answers, and like, I don't know, I could really feel all your experiences here, like, so it was really, really nice.
Yes, thank you for inviting me here. It's great. I feel amazing now. I could share this with other people, and I hope that other new volunteers will have the same amazing experience that I had.
I hope so. And I also hope that at some point you are going to come back also to facilitate something here, because
who knows?
I would enjoy to be a volunteer again with you as a facilitator. Okay, thank you very much, and just don't forget to check also the other episodes from the volunteers chat and also from the other playlists. Like, share, subscribe, follow on the social media at Asociația AUM. We are out. Bye bye.
La revedere!